Hello everyone, my name is Heather and welcome to the channel Bookables. Since the end of the year is quickly approaching, like insanity-wise, I thought it would be a great opportunity to do the end of the year book tag to talk about what books I'm planning to read for these next month and a little quarter bit, just a little bit, and just see if I can accomplish them. I don't know. Always we'll have to see how it goes with reading. The first question is there any books you started this year that you still need to finish? Actually not one to start a book then stop it, but I did have one that I had started recently and put it down, and that is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's the sequel to Fourth Wing. I was very much anticipating this. I pre-ordered it. I started it, got 10 pages in, and I'm like, I'm just not ready for this yet. I don't know why. I think I have that weird feeling of I'm really, really excited to read this. I have really, really high hopes for this, but also I'm scared it's going to let me down a lot. And I'm just, all that anticipation makes me want to set it aside. It's weird. Sometimes with new releases, I'm I read them up, gobble them up fast. Then sometimes I have things like this where I'm oh, I have reservations and just nervousness. So I have technically started this and I will finish this soon. I will finish this before the end of the year. Mark my words. Then we have, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? So we're kind of getting out of autumn, which is always a really sad time for me. I do love the holiday season, Christmas and stuff, but my heart lives in the fall. We all know this. So I feel like for this one, the correct answer would be, what are some wintry books to get you into that transition? Because we're about to hit December and I got a lot. In December, I primarily read Christmassy, wintry romances. So I have a big old stack. So these right here, will I read all these? I don't know. The Christmas Cafe by Eliza Evans. One for sure I am reading is Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. Faking Christmas by Carrie Winfrey. The Xmas Holidays by Zoe Allison. So I tend to gravitate towards that. And then when it comes to winter, I do get into a thriller mode. So I have some transitional books I think could be for that, but those are the ones I'm going to focus on for right now, I think, coming up. So those are a great transition, I think, into the holiday season. There a new release you're still waiting for. So I looked up and there is not any really December releases I'm really excited about, which that's not a surprise. I feel like the biggest time for publishing is spring, kind of near summer, and then fall. Those are the two really big booms, at least for me, when it comes to publishing. Maybe sometimes at the beginning of the year, but fall and spring, summer are the big seasons for publishing, in my opinion. So there's not any book that has not been released this year. Now, there's a lot I'm anticipating for 2024, of course, but not one that is coming out this year that I'm super excited about, honestly. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So like I said, obviously, these Christmas ones, I'm not going to count those. So for the 3 I would like to read before the end of the year, I have a lot. One that's kind of a wintry one, From Luke Up With Love by Maria Zapata. I have read 2 of her books before, enjoying them. This one's kind of ice skatery, so I figured that'd be a great time to read it. Also, one that I've just been meaning to read for forever and still have not gotten a hold of, and still have not, is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I am horrible. The 3rd book, I don't know. I don't know. It could be one that I just bought, and that is Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter. That could be one. Another one that I want to read that I'm on my library list for, it's been forever, is The Woman in Me by Britney Spears' memoir. Yeah, I'm going to read that. I'm 35. I literally grew up with Britney Spears, so I'm going to have to read it. Hopefully that hold will come in before the end of the year. That would be great. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? Oh, that's a great question. Honestly, no. I don't feel like any of these that I mentioned that I want to read could quickly become my new favorite. I mean, maybe Iron Flame, but spoiler warning, Fourth Wing is not my favorite book of the whole year. It's on my list, yes, for sure, but it's not my #1 spot. But this could shock me and amaze me by becoming a #1. I don't know. That's the only one I could see, maybe 7-Year Slip. I don't know. I try not to go in nowadays. I try not to go in with such a rigid expectation with books, especially books I'm looking forward to. Try to be more realistic, I guess you could say. So I don't know. I really don't think there's going to be a book that shocks me. But then again, I hope one does. That's the goal for all of us, I feel like. And the last question is have you already started making reading plans for the next year? No. I know a lot of people have, particular videos they want to do, things like that. With me and my life, I have 2 kids, you know this. One is special needs. I have to live usually day by day. Every day looks totally different. Things could change at a moment's notice. And so I think I would like to get to a place in my life where I could, you know, think of things months in advance and things like that. But my brain cannot just do that right now. It cannot. I have to take it like usually week by week. Week I can do. Like if it's a couple weeks, I'm great. But if we're talking about like next year in the future, I don't even know what my life's gonna look like in 6 months from now with my kids and stuff, like with, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everyone's life's different, okay? That's mine. So, I mean, I will be working on doing my research for anticipated books I'm looking forward to in 2024. And I do have some like plans. I do have some ideas of like reading vlogs I would like to do next year. Sometimes I have those ideas and they don't come to fruition because of time, energy, you know, mainly time, you know. I sound like the laziest person in the world. I promise I'm not. I really do try to do it all and I fail miserably at it. But I have ideas of things I would like to do, particularly in regards to reading for 2024. I try to be realistic about it though. And if it happens, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's just how it is. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say here. I'll do my research for the 2024 releases. I do look forward to doing that, and I will do that. I'll put my list together of books I want to read, but other than that, no hardcore definitive plans. So yeah, that was the end of the year book tag. Hopefully you got a little glimpse into what I'm planning to read here for the next month-ish. And you know, if you're like me and you struggle with finding time to read and finding time to do all the things, you're not alone. I'm going through a very hard season of life right now, and I'm praying that it's just a season. It is a very hard season of life and it's just tough right now. And I'm sure a lot of us can attest to that. But nevertheless, I'm here. Nevertheless, I'm here for you. You're here for me. We can do great. We'll just be here for each other. And let's hope that 2023 ends with some good notes. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.